Recording live from the aftermath of DARPA's geoengineering program on planet Namek, it's the Dragon Balls D podcast with your hosts, Devin and Drew.
Light, the boy looking on, keep let sunshine. The fine-tuned chance have we night. The through on hold can we if after morning a beat two got theirs.
All right, everybody, we are back with the
season
second.
2.
Yeah,
Woo!
I was gonna say season 2, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's season 2.
Is it really seasons though?
Well, I mean, there's seasons for our show. I don't think they necessarily correlate with the sagas
Well, of course, but
because I don't know. There's too many ways to look at it with like how you're gonna break down sagas and shit. It's easier for us to just break it down by season.
usually there's like a gap between seasons, which I guess there was. There was a few weeks there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good to be back. I got sick of watching World's Strongest. So the recap episodes are fun, but it's nice to be back with just a regular episode.
Yeah, and surprisingly, this wasn't a bad episode.
Not the worst episode.
I mean, nothing happened, but it was perfectly fine.
Nothing happening is better than Snake Palace.
Yeah, or Orphans.
Yeah, anything's better than Orphans. I'd rather watch a whole nother fucking anime than that Orphan episode. You got any corrections?
Right. No, because we haven't done this in a long time, so I wouldn't know anyway.
Yeah, none from me either. And nothing. No current events, right?
Current events.
Is there anything new with the movie?
I want to say I saw something. I didn't click on it or anything. I don't even know if it was real. I feel like I saw something, maybe like artwork or something, maybe.
I know they released another one of those cool figures. They released the Goku Black one.
I think I saw that.
I ordered it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I figured I might as well. I have 3 of them now. I might as well just get them all.
Yeah, I saved a bunch on my Amazon. I want to go pick up.
I think there's only 2 more coming out in the series. There's going to be a Bardock and a fucking...
Yeah, I saw the Bardock.
And an Ultra Instinct Goku.
Ooh. Waiting
Yeah,
out
Bardock.
on that
Bardock
Yajirobe.
looks dope. What's that?
Waiting out on that Yajirobe figure.
No, I already got the Yajirobe figure.
Oh, is there one?
Nah,
You
I got a different one.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say.
Yeah, my Yajirobe figure. I got Yajirobe and a Korin. Pretty dope.
You should just get a cat.
Nah, I don't do cats.
Name him Korin. Or
Yeah,
Chitrock.
if I got a cat, I don't know what I'd name it. Yeah, Gary Laser maybe.
Sure.
Steve French.
Steve French.
Get one of those really expensive cats. Like the John Jones had.
Oh, the fucking... Yeah, the wild cats. The big ones.
What are they called?
I can't think of it.
There's a couple different names for them. They're Savannah cats or...
Yeah, I think it starts with a C.
I don't know. They're fucking borderline goddamn lions.
Yeah, they're big. You could get the hairless cat and name it Beerus.
Spray paint it purple.
Sure. Well, I
I'm
don't
not
know
against-
I don't know if I would spray paint it, but
I'm not against spray painting a cat. Oh, I have a funny quick story. So my friend when I had 2 friends, they lived together, and one went away for this training for work. And she had this cat, this big poofy cat. And then one day we were sitting around bored, and we're like, no, it'd be really funny if we shaved the cat to make it look like it was wearing pants.
I've actually seen, I think, well, it might have been a dog, but I have seen somebody do that.
It's like, it was one of those, it's the same cat as the one from Meet the Parents. Like one of those cats, big poofy cat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we shaved it to make it look like it was wearing pants. It looked pretty ridiculous. And it definitely was not worth it at all. Shaving a cat's a fucking nightmare. Cat hair doesn't cut like people hair.
No, it doesn't.
And they don't enjoy getting shaved.
No shit.
So I wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to do it as like a goof or something.
So what'd you do? Like forcibly hold the cat down and shave it against its will?
Pretty much.
You're going to piss a lot of people off.
my friend held the cat and then I was the one shaving. We didn't hurt it or nothing. But it was pretty miserable. It took like a really, really long time.
But
like,
you didn't get its consent first.
This is true.
So you basically raped it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, this episode's off to a great start.
It's a lesson. Don't shave cats. It's a bad idea.
I don't think most people have to actually do that to learn it. It just seems like one of those things that's like, let's maybe not do that.
I don't know. I thought it would have been it would have been really funny if it didn't fucking suck so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so, all right, back on topic.
what was the topic?
Dragon Ball Z. So, I was listening to Fighter and Kid podcast with Theo Vaughn as a guest. And Theo Vaughn, for some random ass reason, like he brought up Dragon Ball Z, but he called it Dragon Z Ball. Thought that was kind of funny.
Dragon Z Ball? Like it's German? Or whatever. I'm not sure what language that would be.
Yeah, German.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Ready to start the episode?
Yeah, let's get into this. Dragon Ball Z episode 36. Correct?
36. Yep.
Make sure I didn't watch the wrong episode.
Oh, man. I won't be surprised the fucking rate we've been going. Almost watched the wrong movie. Then we ended up watching it again.
Right. And that doesn't help that, like our episode numbers don't line up with the series numbers. So
we're bound to fuck it up eventually.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
But for now, we're on the right track. Episode 36.
We have nearly 300 of these to go through. Or more than that, just Dragon Ball Z alone.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so episode 36. We pick up where we left off in the last episode as we see Vegeta's space pod taking off. Then we see all of our heroes post-battle. Goku is still down. Gohan is still in the nude. And Krillin is still alive.
Unfortunately.
And then we also see a shot of Vegeta. Not looking too good. Krillin goes to check on Gohan. Then we also see Yajirobe, who's still stretching, even though the fight is over. And he's being very passive-aggressive. Goku...
I just want to say, if there's one thing I could take away from watching World's Strongest, is that I'd much rather have the Gohan Oolong duo go to Namek than Gohan Krillin. I just like the dynamic better.
I don't know.
You'd have to find some way to make Oolong strong or actually of use in some way. But he's a shapeshifter. Maybe you can come to use somehow.
I mean, you throw Bulma in there, it ends up working out okay.
Oh man, that would have been perfect if they did Gohan, Bulma, and Oolong get in the spaceship and go to Namek. It would have been just like Dragon Ball.
Oolong and Bulma don't really get along.
Yeah, but that was the team in Dragon Ball. The original team.
Well, minus Gohan, but I get
No,
what
I
you're saying.
know. No, I'm saying that Gohan would be like in place of Goku.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I think that would have been a cool idea. I don't know why they didn't do it.
Just, I guess because Oolong is not a very important character in Dragon Ball Z, and because he's of no use.
Yeah, but he could have been though.
I mean,
They could have killed Krillin for a season, bring him back for Cell Saga.
they do. That does happen.
Yeah, but not till the end though.
Okay, well,
They waited too long to kill him. I'm being a little hard on Krillin. He does redeem himself a little bit in this season, probably.
yeah, he comes through. He was, as we'll see, he's much more helpful than Oolong would have been if he were there.
Yeah, I'll stop talking shit on Krillin for now.
Yes. Goku asks how Gohan is doing, and Dr. Krillin says he's a little banged up, but mostly just exhausted. Krillin says transforming into a giant ape isn't as easy as it looks.
And
Actually,
I know, go ahead.
Actually,
Sorry.
yes, it's exactly as easy as it looks, because it's a natural occurrence, and all Saiyans have the ability. It doesn't have to be learned. You just look at a moon. That's it.
This is fact. But if you were a little confused about Goku being concerned about Gohan's well-being and all, that's because that's not exactly what he said.
Oh.
What he really said was, "Oh, did Vegeta leave?"
What? He actually said that.
Yep. Yeah, he actually did. This whole conversation that they have, he never even mentions Gohan.
See,
It's
now
pretty much
there's
all about Vegeta.
there's a lot of people out there, these Goku apologists that stick up for him and talk about how good of a father he is. They
They're living in a fantasy
they
land.
clearly have never watched the original.
Nah. Goku don't give a fuck.
Wow.
And then it's funny because Yajirobe like responds to Goku asking about Vegeta, and then Yajirobe says, "Never mind that guy. What kind of idiot are you? How come you didn't finish him off?"
Valid point.
Yeah.
Well, ignoring the rest of the series, that's a valid point.
What kind of idiot is Goku?
Is this a serious question? Because
I don't know. I'm just saying Yajirobe brings up a good point.
he's might be the dumbest character on the show.
I'm not going to argue this. Is this going to be a new award for this next season's awards?
Sure.
Dumbest character.
Goku's a strong candidate already, and we're one episode in.
The front runner.
I feel like we're going to see some more dumb characters in this saga.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, everyone, or Krillin, is alerted by an incoming ship, or plane, bus. Master Roshi is yelling out of the window. A large flying aircraft that has windows that can be opened. Seems like a bad idea.
We fucked up the name of that vehicle so much that I don't even remember what Bulma originally called it.
It was an airboat, wasn't it?
I think I called it. Oh yeah, it was an airboat. I called it an airbus.
Or was it an airbus and you called it an airboat?
I think I called it an airbus. I don't know. I want to call it the drop ship.
The dropship.
Yeah.
Like this is fucking aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Before even the dropship lands, Goku does apologize to Krillin for making him let Vegeta go. And Krillin says, "Don't worry about it. I do feel bad for everybody that died, though."
and everybody that's going to die.
Don't sweat it, but yeah, you should feel bad about that. It's all your fault.
Yeah, kind of a slap in the face to all of his dead friends.
It's almost like he said it like you said, very passive aggressive.
Chi-Chi yells a bunch and runs out to check on Gohan. Krillin tries to point out to Chi-Chi that Goku is in really bad shape and that she should be concerned about him. But she doesn't care. You know who does care, though? Bulma.
And Roshi.
Yeah, Bulma and Roshi go to check on Goku. Because they're the...
Somebody should. He did just kind of save the world. Took a big part in it. No big deal or anything.
And Shitrock is there too. He meows a bunch.
I wish in the English dub Korin just meowed. He didn't even talk. But he meowed, but like they could understand what he was saying. Kind of like Chewbacca or something.
Yeah, they could put like subtitles or something on him.
That would be hilarious.
Krillin breaks the news to Bulma that Yamcha didn't make it. She smiles and says, "I know."
This doesn't make any sense to me.
Why?
It makes even less, just her expression and like the way she react. Like Krillin's like having a real hard time, like he's breaking the bad news, like everybody died. And Bulma smiles back, and in the subs, she says, "Oh yeah, we saw it on TV."
I imagine well, as we see, like,
eventually she breaks down.
She breaks down later, but I imagine this is like, she's just, trying to hold it together because she's trying to more important things to do at the moment.
Yeah, it was still kind of weird though. The smiling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's. And I imagine she doesn't know about the Dragon Balls yet, so.
I think she did, but maybe she just forgot.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, you're right. It's weird. Yeah. Then they inform them that Piccolo and Kame are also gone, which means the Dragon Balls are gone, which means no wishes, which means no Yamcha, which means good times for everybody. Then Bulma yells at Yajirobe for not helping more during the fight and says that he should have died and not Yamcha. How rude.
And in Japan, it was Piccolo, not Yamcha. Which I imagine she meant because of the whole Dragon Ball thing. But
she says that Yamcha should have died instead of Piccolo.
No, she says Yajirobe should have died instead of Piccolo.
Oh, right, yeah, that's what I meant.
No, yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I mean, that's a little better, I guess.
Yeah, I think she doesn't mean it like instead of Yamcha, but I think she just was pointing the fact it should have been Piccolo who lived so they could have the Dragon Balls to witch Yamcha back.
Well, I mean, why shouldn't... Yeah, I mean, I get that. Why wouldn't she just say instead of Yamcha?
I don't know. That's what she said.
I guess she's just being selfless so that they can wish everybody back.
Yeah, that's true.
Yajirobe reminds everyone that he's the one that cut off Vegeta's tail. Shit rocked me out some more.
Yajirobe's like, "You fools, don't you know that I won the Nappa Award for MVP?"
He's going to carry that award around with him everywhere. He's going to frame it and put it up on the lookout.
No, we should have made it a belt.
We can make a... Well... We can make a belt for this. Well, I don't know.
I think the MVP should be a belt.
I feel like it should have its own category.
Well, it does have its own category.
Right, but it needs to be like something... Well, I don't know. I guess that MVP would be the closest thing.
I just want Yajirobe to have a belt.
But what are we going to do in the Cell Saga when Satan shows up with his belt?
We're going to have an interim champ, dude.
He's going to have to put his belt on the line, brother.
Defend or vacate.
Everyone loads into the Airbus. Krillin notices that the... what's it called again? The fake moon.
Oh, is there a name for the fake moon?
I think so, isn't there?
Did we make up a name?
I don't think so.
Or is there a name for
I think
it?
it's just a power ball.
Oh, yeah. I think that's it. Powerball.
Oh, the power ball is still in the sky. Or it's fading. I don't know. What's the life expectancy of one of those things? It's essentially like a artificial moon, so I would think they would want it around for at least the time that a real moon is around.
24 hours?
I was going to say like 12, but moon's not out. I don't know.
Well, it depends on what planet you're on.
That's true, dude. Well, I guess they need it. Well, I mean, I don't know. It works during the daytime, as we saw, so...
They can probably control how long it lasts, depending on how much energy they put into it.
So, yeah, that's true too. I imagine they would want it to be around long enough so that they can transform and finish the job.
Yeah.
So it was like daytime when Vegeta used it because he couldn't find the moon, but why was he looking for the moon in the middle of the day?
Who fucking knows?
Maybe on planet Vegeta you can always see the moon.
Or maybe he wasn't physically looking at it for it, but maybe just like couldn't sense it or something.
Well, even if he could, like...
He could probably feel the flux waves if there's a moon on the planet.
Sure, but you need the moon to be like visible. Otherwise,
yeah, for it to activate, yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise Goku would be an ape at all times. Or Gohan.
True. Maybe he was planning on flying to the other side of the planet where it's dark, where it's nighttime.
Just telling Goku, like, time out. Just waiting for fucking 8 hours. Okay, time in. On the Airbus, Bulma is still crying. Master Roshi asks Krillin where the trash pile is so they can go pick it up. Actually,
it's Earth Day.
This is what I have written. It's been a few hours since Yamcha died, so I'm sure seeing his rotting corpse will make Bulma feel better.
It always does.
Krillin then gets everyone's attention when he says that he's been thinking about something that the Saiyans said, and that there might be a way to bring everyone back.
Did you already glance over the first montage of Season 2?
No.
It's coming up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Krillin saves his idea for later, because dead bodies. And holy shit, I totally forgot about this. That their bodies are still there. I didn't remember this at all. I thought they just like disappeared like Goku.
Nope.
But I guess that happened. I guess that happens later. I don't remember them going back and actually picking their fucking bodies up.
Yeah, I didn't remember fucking Yamcha being in like a clear coffin like he's fucking what's his name? Vladimir Lenin.
Yeah. Master Roshi asks Krillin where Chiaotzu is. Krillin says he's right here. And here. And here. And over there. Actually, he says he just blew himself up.
If they can't bring Yamcha back to life, at least they can turn him into a coffee table.
Yeah, they could.
Would you have a dead Yamcha coffee table?
I mean, as long as it was like...
I mean, the body would be like embalmed.
Preserved.
It wouldn't smell.
Maybe like fill it with some like sap. Just make it like ember.
Yeah.
And he would have to be in his like fetal position.
Yeah. That's true. That's a must.
I'd maybe like mount him like that.
Have it as your dining room table and serve Arby's. every night.
Why Arby's?
Because Arby's is like all about that Yamcha.
Right. I remember that. I don't know. I'd stuff him and mount him. Have like a, like how like you get the action figures.
That's getting creepy.
Well, I have a lovely room of death.
What a lovely room of death you have.
Like some of the Dragon Ball Z action figures that'll come with like a little fake like crater to stand them in.
I want a stuffed what's his name? Dick Wilson.
Oh, would you put the hat on him?
There's no other way to have him.
Oh, okay.
I want it to be life sized.
What pose would you put him in? Like
just like his normal like walking pose.
I'd put him in like his little crouch.
Oh, in the crouch, really?
Yeah, when he's like being all sneaky.
Yeah, that's what I mean. With like his like paws like down and like his head down,
yeah.
Kinda. He's walking. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
But at the same time, I don't want Dick Wilson to be dead. So
can't be dead if he was never alive.
That's true.
You also can't stuff him if he was never alive.
That's also true. You would just have to get a fake one made.
You'd have to get a whole other saber-toothed tiger and put a hat on it.
You'd have to get what's his name, Rick Baker, to make one. Isn't he the guy that made the werewolf in Joe's studio?
I have no idea what that guy's name is. I'm sure you're right.
Yeah. Just get that guy to make you one.
I'll send him an email.
I wonder how much that would cost.
Send him a picture from Dragon Ball Z. Can you make this?
Like, P.S. Be sure to put the hat on him. I wouldn't want it like an actual looking like a real saber-toothed tiger. I would want it like a cartoon tiger.
It wouldn't be the weirdest request he's gotten, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they make some weird shit. He made like Bigfoot, didn't he? That's
probably
weirder. Yeah. Krillin says that Chaozu blew himself up. Right, and here I need to bring this up because in this particular scene, it might just be me, but there seems to be a bit of an inconsistency in the size of this Airbus.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a Nappa space pod complex going on there.
Because it looked a lot bigger in this scene than it did previously.
Yeah, it's just like a...
Looks like it got... Because previously it was like just Goku sitting in the back and it's about... Looked like all the room they had, but now there's like 3 coffins spaced out and everyone's standing around. So...
Yeah, I feel like this happens a lot in just like, I don't know if it's just like animes or shows in general, but it'd be like something to look like really small from the inside and then you go inside and it's ginormous.
Seems like an anime thing.
Yeah, probably more so in anime.
Because it's even like some of the characters too. Ox King.
Ox King can fit anywhere.
Well, he seems to be
the size of the room changes in proportion to
Ox King.
His size whenever he enters.
So then shit rocked Meow some more. And then we get our first montage of the saga.
Yay. It's a good one too. It's already a front runner.
And then I wrote down following that, this isn't really a montage. It's just a bunch of scenes that we never even saw. So this doesn't count.
Well, Melty Yamcha death just already puts this as a front runner for best montage of the season.
Maybe.
We get some sort of like trippy Picasso Melty Yamcha and then it just cuts to him getting explodey faced.
Yeah, I did like melting Yamcha. Would that have been a better death? Him melting instead of just kind of blowing up?
It definitely would have been interesting.
It's not even like he took damage. It's like the like the force of it killed him.
Have there been characters that have melted to death in the past?
In Dragon Ball Z?
In Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball?
That melted? I don't think anybody melted. Maybe in Dragon Ball.
I wouldn't mind seeing Yamcha melt, but then we wouldn't have got the great Yamcha death pose.
That's true. That was very
But
important.
We could have got a really cool Yamcha death puddle.
Yeah. Or maybe like
Some clothes and
he melted, but like his skeleton stayed in that position.
Ooh. Yeah, that could be interesting. It's just like clothes like draped over a skeleton and then just like a puddle of like blood and bile.
Yeah. It's very graphic.
Not against it. It's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah. I don't know where you're going to look for that, but have fun. So, in the montage, we got a shot of Yamcha dying. But they saw that, right? Did they broadcast that on the news?
Yes, of course.
The actual scene of him dying, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember when the fight started? Yay, Yamcha! Bulma was all cheering for Yamcha.
Okay, yeah.
And then it ends really quick.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking they only saw like the aftermath, but I didn't really remember if they actually...
Yeah, they saw it from the beginning.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Bulma's sad again. And then we get montage number 2, as Krillin has PSTD and recalls the death of all of his friends, except for Yamcha. Krillin never liked him.
They didn't really have a whole lot of interaction, I guess.
I mean, they trained together under Master Roshi.
Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah. I'm fuzzy on my Dragon Ball memory. And I'm not really caught up on the mangas. I'm still in like the first tournament.
I'd say it. Well, aside from that, I guess they weren't. But I mean, I guess that is pretty significant. Being like training partners and all.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Krillin just actually didn't like him.
Maybe Yamcha was like a real Colby Covington.
Maybe Krillin had like a thing for Bulma and then like resented Yamcha for...
That's very plausible.
I think that's likely.
Yeah, I'll just chalk it up to that.
I mean, it was kind of interesting how he had these flashbacks of everyone dying except Yamcha.
Yamcha does tend to get left out of things from time to time.
There might be a reason for that. I did really like this part though, because like Bulma's sad and then Krillin's just kind of looking at her, and then we see like the flashbacks of everyone dying.
I just like how the entire time Yajirobe's just throwing out little zingers, little quips and jokes and Yuma.
Japes, Walla Walla.
Exactly. I didn't write any of it down, but I mean,
Yeah,
he has all sorts of little one-liners and jabs at the other characters.
I just thought this scene kind of put the whole severity of the fight into perspective.
Yeah.
You have like a really close group of friends. They've all known each other since they were kids, and then suddenly they're just thrown into this fight with these super powered aliens who want to destroy their planet, and then most of them die, and then I don't know.
Yeah, now they're all sitting around like, hey, remember the Red Ribbon Army?
Right. Remember Emperor Pilaf?
He was a formidable opponent, brother. He had
that was a real fight, dude.
He had a robot.
He did. He had 2 minions.
Yeah, one of them was named Shu.
He was a dog, I think. He had a dog named Shu, brother.
Remember Rabbit?
I remember. I was just thinking about him like 2 days ago. The
Bunny Rabbit gang.
Yeah.
I think about him every Easter.
What a That's such a Dragon Ball thing. Gang of rabbits.
Turning into a carrot.
Yeah.
He was turning people into food way before Majin Buu.
That's true.
Healthy food.
Yeah. Dang. What a throwback. I need to see a fight between those two.
Whatever happened to the rabbit? He didn't die.
I guess he just...
They never really explained how he turned people into carrots.
I think there's a lot of things in Dragon Ball that don't really get explained.
Such like a serious thing, just turning someone into a fucking carrot.
I feel like there's a lot of things in the whole series that don't really get explained. I guess we'll get to him one day.
Are we at the part where Chi-Chi's like still talking to Gohan? That's coming up, right?
I think we're about to get there. Because Gohan wakes up and the first thing he asks is what happened to Vegeta? And Krillin has to explain to him that his dumbass dad, or his dumbass other dad, let him go free because he's a selfish asshole who doesn't care about anyone but himself. Also, Gohan is wearing a potato sack.
Fitting.
I guess.
Piccolo's not alive to make him close.
That's good. And then Yajirobe, with maybe one of the best questions ever, asked Chi-Chi what her big fucking problem is and why she doesn't care about her own husband after he died, came back to life, then risked dying again to save the whole planet. But Chi-Chi says, fuck Goku, it's his fault that Gohan almost got killed, and fuck the universe, and it was no excuse to put Gohan's life at risk. No, she's wrong. It's Green Daddy's fault. Because Goku was dead that whole time. And Piccolo is the one that kidnapped Gohan and trained him for the sole purpose of fighting the Saiyans. And once Goku came back, he specifically told Gohan to leave. So you can't put any of this on Goku.
But Goku is the one who let Gohan go outside in episode 1, so it's his fault. He should have been studying.
Well,
This is just Chi-Chi's rationality. I like Yajirobe's reply to this is great in the subs. And this was going to be my sub versus dub. And
Yajirobe calls her crazy.
I still kind of, no, even better. I still kind of want it to be the sub versus dub, but Yajirobe says, Goku, can I slug her?
Oh shit. Why can't that be sub versus dub?
Is
there something else?
Yeah, there's something else.
Okay. Because that's really good.
It is really good. And I wish he did. I don't care about Me Too, blah, blah, blah. I know it's wrong to hit women, but Chi-Chi's not a woman in my eyes. She's a succubus.
Hey, Bill Burr had a whole bit about this.
I'm sure he did.
About, because somebody said it's never okay to hit a woman. And he's all like, are you sure? It's never okay? It's like, I'm not saying that you should do it, but I can list off 17 reasons off the top of my head.
Yeah. But to my point, Chi-Chi isn't a woman. She's a succubus. It's already been proven. And now we gotta play that one song backwards. Morning After.
Right. Yeah.
Play Morning After backwards.
I'll do that. I'll throw it in.
Summon the demon. That's what we had to open the episode with.
That song?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Back to Krillin's idea. Krillin explains the story behind the Dragon Balls, and that Piccolo and Kame are from the planet Namek, and that planet Namek might possibly have their own Dragon Balls. Shitrock meows. Gohan gets excited at the idea of getting back his green daddy. Everyone is excited about going to Namek, but Bulma throws a wrench into their plans by explaining that no one knows where Namek is.
When Krillin was explaining all of this, he starts off by saying that like Vegeta and Nappa called him a weird word, a Namek.
Right.
And like the way he says it, it's like the N-word. That's all I can see when I'm like reading the subtitles. It's like they called him something weird. They
Are you
called
saying
him
that from here on out, instead of saying
the
Namek, we say
the
N-word?
N-word. I kind of want to.
Oh God, this season is gonna be. Yeah.
Hold your fire. This man isn't Namek.
I think that's worse than Namekistan.
Probably.
I'm both more excited and less excited for this saga. Okay. Anyway, Goku calls King Kai on his Kai phone to find out where planet Namek is. And we see Bubbles doing what looks like some kind of ritualistic dance while holding flowers. Which got me.
I didn't notice this until like just now. Like King Kai's just like whack-a-moling him in the head the whole time.
Yeah. But this got me actually thinking, because Bubbles is the original Saiyan.
Yes.
But maybe, or more likely, he's one of many original Saiyans. He would have to be.
Perhaps.
And back then, Saiyans were different because they were small, so they weren't, warriors who did nothing but fight.
If anything, Bubbles is the missing link between Ape and Saiyan.
Okay.
At the very least.
Okay, yeah, sure. But maybe Bubbles' group of Saiyans from his time, they were different. They weren't like warriors who fought.
I know where you're going with this.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Finish it for me.
You're going to say that Bubbles' tribe, when they saw the moon, that they turned into humans.
That's not what I was going to say. I do like that idea. But, they were like reverse Saiyans?
Yes.
Ooh, I like that.
Damn.
I do like that.
We need to have a whole episode one day just breaking down the whole Bubbles Saiyan origin story.
I was just going to say that maybe in Bubbles' tribe, he was like a shaman.
Okay, I can go with that. Wait, I want to write my own fucking Bubbles fan fiction. It's going to be like a whole origin story.
Do it.
I will.
I'll write the Jeremy origin story.
Yeah. All right.
From getting fired from Disney. Or having a freak accident and dying and then getting replaced with a cricket.
Yes. But I don't like how fucking we're getting a whole lot of fake news from King Kai.
I know what you're talking about. We'll get to that. Goku and King Kai talk about some stuff. Goku kind of second guesses the fact that he let Vegeta go. Master Roshi says, "What the fuck? You let Vegeta go?"
It's a reasonable reaction for this.
He actually did. He was like, "Why did you let him go?"
The same guy that killed everybody, right? Yep, that guy. We let him go. Talking about the guy that killed all our friends and his own friend? Yeah, that guy.
King Kai says only time will tell. King Kai looks in his planet atlas.
Do you think there's... Hold on, real quick. Do you think there's like one part of Roshi that's like, thank God I don't have that fucking freeloader Yamcha fucking trying to get free training from me and staying at my place every summer?
Yamcha had his own place.
He did, but I'm sure he trained there a lot. I mean, if he's training with Roshi periodically, I'm sure he's not paying.
I feel like he quit training.
Pursue baseball?
Yeah, he had to...
Okay, I got a second question then. Do you think that Roshi was disappointed to find that Krillin didn't die?
That's possible.
So it's probable.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking Krillin's gonna die. I can finally beat off in the house without anybody listening.
He has a turtle and a pig living with him.
Yeah, I think he likes the turtle.
And then he also has, he also has Bulma just hanging out all the time, but I guess he doesn't mind that either.
He likes turtle, and Oolong is pretty much, he's just like exactly like Roshi, except a pig.
He probably calls Bulma and invites her over. Like, hey, I ordered all this food. Come hang out.
Yeah, it's likely.
And like peeps through the window when she's laying out. Go inside real quick. You think remember we've had this discussion before. I was gonna say, remember in Dragon Ball when Oolong like turned into Bulma?
He did it. Well, he did it twice.
Yeah. You think Master Roshi ever makes him do that?
Oh, that's so gross. He's like, pig, where's your share of the rent this month? I don't got it. Well, you know what you got to do.
Yep.
That's so gross.
I'm not saying he is physical with Oolong, but, you know.
I still think it's hilarious that, like, the second time that Oolong transformed to get back at Bulma, like, he let, like, Roshi motorboat him.
I do. Oh. Yeah, Dragon Ball is a trip.
So good. It holds up like a motherfucker.
King Kai looks at his planet book to find Namek while Bubbles does his rain dance. I mean, what else is he doing?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, he's got to be doing some kind of ritual. He's holding flowers up and dancing around. There's got to be a reason. Maybe he's making, like, Saiyan ayahuasca or something.
Ooh. I want some.
Sure. You think, what are their names? Upa? Is that his name?
Yeah, Upa and, I don't remember what the other one's name is. But, yeah. Do I think that they make ayahuasca?
Or, like, eat Bora. Upa and Bora. Do you think they, like, I don't know.
They definitely hit the peyote every now and then, yeah.
Yeah. Bulma does some math. Then we get a story about...
Bulma does some math, what? I missed that.
Yeah, she gets out her calculator and does math.
There's lots of math.
Then we get the story about Namek being destroyed by a catastrophic event or something. Namek Gate.
Fake news. False flag event.
Right? Shit rocked meows a bunch. And everyone talks about a bunch of stuff. Roshi explains the power of the Dragon Balls being linked to the creator. King Kai says that he found the Namekians. The N-words. You started this.
I don't regret it. Yeah.
Roshi explains how, okay, this part is a bunch of shit. This is just a huge shit stew.
This isn't the first time that King Kai did this. Just making shit up.
Oh, King Kai never fucking knows what's... yeah. King Kai's always just making shit up.
Remember when he told us that fucking... that Planet Vegeta was destroyed by its guardian?
Yeah. I do remember that.
Ridiculous.
Well, I think King Kai just half-asses doesn't pay attention, really. So he's just like, oh, something happened, and he just kind of takes some liberty.
Takes liberties with his stories, yeah. That's what's happening.
Roshi explains, this part is a bunch of bullshit. Roshi explains how Piccolo became evil. He says Namekians are peaceful by nature, and that Piccolo is the exception. Says Piccolo was born on Earth and witnessed all of the horrors of humankind, and this made him an evil person. Slug thing. But when he says, at first I thought maybe there was like a something wrong in the dubs. I thought maybe he was talking about Kame, but he can't mean Kame because Kame wasn't born on Earth. Piccolo was, but Piccolo is the evil within Kame's heart that was manifested into a living being. That's how he was created.
Yeah, so he was born evil.
Right, so Kame expelled him so that he could become guardian in the earth. So yeah, Piccolo was born evil. He wasn't born and then became evil. He might have become more evil over time, but...
And why would Roshi even know any of this anyway? I don't get why he even was talking.
He's been around a long time. I'm sure he's met Kame through, I don't know, martial arts or... Wasn't there one point where he was like the top martial art on the planet?
I don't know how much he knew about Piccolo though. I don't think he knew much about Piccolo.
I think he knew about like King Piccolo, didn't he?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess King Piccolo originally fought Master, whatever his name was.
Because doesn't Roshi know the evil containment wave?
Yeah, he learned it from his master because his master used it on King Piccolo originally.
Yeah.
And then he somehow escaped from the jar.
Yeah. And doesn't he try to do it again at the tournament?
Yeah, he tries it.
Yeah.
And I think the container broke or something. I forget. Or you might have missed. I don't know.
Yeah,
that shit never works.
Yeah. It doesn't.
It's kind of a shit technique. That technique's not going to win any awards this season.
It worked that one time, I guess.
The one time.
Bulma interrupts story time by informing everyone that with the current technology, it would take them 4,339 years to get to Namek. And that's one way.
But what if you take a Tesla?
14,339 years. I don't know. Dr. Krillin comes up with the idea of using a Saiyan spaceship. Roshi says that they should start looking in East City for one. Krillin conveniently has the Saiyan spacebot remote that Vegeta conveniently dropped so that it could be conveniently picked up and used.
And this brings us to our real sub versus dub, which kind of wins by default. Just has so inside with our show now. When Krillin says, there's absolutely no way that Nappa guy gets squeezed in there with him.
Yeah, I said that in the dubs too.
No, that's what I'm saying for the dub one.
Oh, right.
So.
Well, I think he was meaning they couldn't squeeze anyone together, but.
Yeah, I know that, but it's
still,
just the fact that he's talking about Nappa trying to squeeze into a space pod that has to win.
Yeah,
it's just too ingrained into our show now.
I'm telling you,
and it's the first time it's ever been acknowledged by someone other than us.
See, Krillin's good for something. He knows what's up.
Yeah, once in a while he has a little gem in there.
I think Krillin would listen to our show. So, yeah, this is apparently a good idea as Bulma gets excited and says, let's go to Namek. And then the narrator sends us off. The end.
And then they all, I don't know if this was just in the sub, I think it was in the sub and the dub, but they all start like chanting Namek or bust.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it might have just been the subs then. They're all like laughing and saying Namek or bust, Namek or bust.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Which,
I think they were all just like, woohoo! In the,
but,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not
horrible. It's a good
Yeah.
setup episode.
Yeah, I mean, it was just I guess, I don't know, filler. It was more of like
I'd say it's more setup
like a transition.
and wrap up to setup, wrap up.
Yeah, like a closing.
Get some good character interactions and
Yeah, it was fine.
whatnots and japes and quips and Yuma and
Walla
Walla Walla.
Some Kinkai bullshit, a lot of, I don't know.
A lot of gimmicks.
Were there gimmicks?
I'd say, we get that King Kai gimmick, got that Roshi gimmick,
What's the what
got that
gimmicks?
Chi-Chi gimmick.
What gimmicks?
I don't know. Just fucking talking shit.
Oh, okay. Now you made me forget what I was gonna say. All them gimmicks.
Think we're good to wrap it up. It's been an hour.
Oh, all right. Well,
Tune in next time for another exciting episode of the Dragon Balls Deep Podcast.